Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now just last week we did a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro and the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2. And many of you, when you were listening to the audio capture, said it's impossible. The Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro don't sound that way. Fix it. Well, we captured everything identical. I actually captured it 3 times because it didn't make any sense to me. But guess what? They did sound that way. Well, Samsung just released a firmware update just 3 days ago for the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. The question is, did they sound better? Did the audio signature change? Well, I have to tell you, it did. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to play again the audio solutions between these two. And I'm going to give you the pre-firmware version and then the after firmware version so that you can see the difference that now, how these sound. We'll also have the call quality for those of you who missed the call quality. So let's get right to it.
I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are. You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. With your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are. You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking.
Now next we're going to do our call quality test, but this time in a quiet environment. As we take a look at our decibel readings, anywhere between 28 and 29 decibels in noise. It's going to switch. Now, this is what the call quality would sound like when making a phone call with the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, we're going to add wind to the environment. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 sound like in a windy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, next we're going to do a call quality test of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro in a quiet environment. When we take a look at our decibel readings, anywhere between 28, maybe 30 decibels of noise. Let's go to switch. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro sound like in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Let's add some wind to this environment. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, we're continuing our test of the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, but this time in a noisy environment. As we take a look at our decibel readings, you'll see that it's anywhere between 36 all the way up to 78 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2. We're going to stay quiet to see how much noise is canceled, and then we'll continue with the vocal test. Let's go and switch. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. We're continuing our test of the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, but this time with an infant crying in the background. This is what they would sound like if an infant were crying in the background. Now we're testing out the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, but this time with dogs barking in the background. This is what they would sound like if dogs were barking in the background. Now, if you're wondering what the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 would sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background, this is what they would sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background. Now we're going to do a call quality test of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, but this time in a noisy environment. And as you can see here, we're anywhere between 36 to 80 decibels of noise. We're going to switch to the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. We're going to stay quiet for a couple seconds to see how much is being canceled, and we'll continue with the vocal test. Let's go and switch. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, we're continuing our test of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, but this time with an infant crying in the background. This is what they would sound like if an infant was crying in the background. Now, this is what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro sound like with a dog barking in the background. This is what they would sound like with a dog barking in the background. Now, if you're wondering what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro would sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background, this is what they would sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background. So, guys, what did you think about the new firmware? Did it improve the audio? In my opinion, it did. You can definitely tell that the bass was stronger. You can also tell that the audio quality for the vocals and the instruments was richer. The soundstage, in my opinion, was broader. So, you know what? Nice job, Samsung, for bringing these up to date. But I still believe that these sound just a tad better. See you in the next one.